What's up guys, Untitled Studios here, and apologies for the air conditioners, but it is very hot today and they are not coming off. But we do have a new vacuum. Now, new to me at least. Now this is a Kenmore progressive canister. I'm not sure of the model number, but I will figure that out and add that to the video description. But this was acquired for free from somebody who was moving, who didn't live too far away from us. You can see the note that they left with the extra pack of bags. Works well, just don't need. So I figured, I'm not usually a fan of these Kenmore progressives, but the last one I had was about 5 years ago. It was a green one, and I ended up selling it. So I figured, why not try it? I actually have one of these that's completely busted. It's completely yellowed and it's sitting in the basement, and it's actually been flooded a few times, so it definitely doesn't work. So I theoretically could use it for parts if this ends up needing anything, but I don't think it will. It's pretty banged up. We can see perhaps there's some information right here. Okay, not much. There is a filter cover. I'm not actually sure how to get this off. I think you're just supposed to yank it, but it doesn't want to come off. So I'll have to check that later. So it says HEPA. There's the cord rewind button. Okay, so it has a little turbo brush with it that doesn't want to come out, but it does have that. Pretty gross. It's a powered turbo brush, which is kind of cool. So put that back in there. These little hinges are very weird. They need some sort of lubrication up here. We've got no floor tool, and whatever this thing is, not sure what that is. And I guess this model doesn't come with normal attachments, because I don't see any spot for normal attachments to go. We do have a tab right here to lift up to get to the bag. You can see the pre-motor filter is a little dirty, but not too bad. The whole inside's really filthy because, of course, no gasket on these bags. So it needs a clean, but it's what you'd expect for, an average user. We can see the model number right there. So, it's a Kenmore model number 116. Serial number is MA3504869. So that works good. For whatever reason, it's sitting on itself as triggering the cord rewind. So rubber coated wheels, that's all nice. So no attachments other than the turbo brush. But I guess out of all the attachments there is, I guess that would be the one to want it to have, because the other ones are easy enough to find if this thing actually works and I care enough to do anything. So fingertip controls, which is pretty nice. So we're going to go ahead and see how well this works. I guess we'll flip over the power head real quick. See right there, not too bad. So it has a suction control slider. It's on max. One release button, which works just fine. Ew, I don't like the way that looks, but that's really loose, but what would you expect? So let's see how this works. Oh, it's nice and quiet. And you can put this to carpets. Okay. Doesn't smell too bad, it just smells like an average used vacuum. I can hear it picking stuff up. I really like how quiet this is. This hose is very awkward in traditional Kenmore fashion. Not a fan of that. But I do like this handle. It is very comfortable. It's just the pressure behind it I don't like. I still don't like this half-ass swivel. Doesn't actually do anything useful. It grooms very well. I already adjusted this to my carpet so you can tell that it's pushing and pulling just fine. Still getting up, a good amount of crunch. Even though I did just vacuum with the Dyson. This is definitely not as maneuverable as the Dyson. You can see I try to swivel this and nothing happens. Not a fan of that. Again, I tried to swivel this and it just went off in the same direction. That's very frustrating. Even though it's separating a little bit, it's not disconnecting. Again, very irritating the way this swivel works. Again, I tried to swivel this and it just ran right into the leg. Do not like that. And of course, in canister fashion, it's getting tangled up around my legs, which I don't like. Already getting tired just from pulling this along. This hose is very clunky and cumbersome. But the vacuum does in fact work. And of course, in traditional Kenmore fashion, it will not stay up on its own unless you do that. So that is the Kenmore Progressive. It works, and yeah, it works pretty good. So this I could very easily review without doing any work to it, to be honest. I might just wipe out the inside of the bag cover and call it a day, although I will check that HEPA filter and see if that needs changed, because those never get changed. No one ever knows that it's in there, or if they do, they don't know how to remove it. So let's see how the suction is. Really good. And it has a control. So it's actually a motor suction control. Very nice. I do really like that. So, big fan of that. So, for free, 100% free, and considering the fact that I didn't even go out of my way to get this, I literally was just driving by a random street and happened to see it, was it worth taking the 10 seconds to put it in my car? I would say so. Because the good news is, oops, sorry for bumping my phone, but even if I decide I don't want this, considering it has all these extra features, I know if I tried to sell this, someone would snap it up instantly. So, I'm glad I grabbed this. There's nothing wrong with it, other than the fact that it's a Kenmore and that it exists. But, oh yeah, so apparently the pedal is a little sus. But who cares? If anything, that's a nice little quick release. go to vacuum. Again, I turned and it just hit the table. Yeah, it's annoying. Even the headlight works. Is that gonna fall over? Yes, it is. Okay. And this cord, I assume, is supposed to go in this little channel right here. It kind of popped out of there. That's okay. We'll fix that real quick. And there we go. So, that's the Kenmore Progressive. I believe it's at 115. Could be wrong about that. Again, I'll update the title to be accurate. So, that's that. That's my free Kenmore Progressive. So, as well as the living room vacuuming. So anyways, this is Untitled Studios signing out. Subscribe and like if you want to see the full review on this, which will be soon. I'll use this for the next couple days and see what I think about it. So, this is Untitled Studios signing out. I'll see you guys in the next video, and hope you all have a good one. Peace.